A lot have been worried about what the Prime Minister have said. So this is a new update regarding the abolition of NHS and what that means to everyone that is worried. This was just recently published. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fajira. If you're seeing this beautiful face for the very first time, I'm so happy to have you all in our beautiful family. For my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate. And if you're new to this channel, I create contents on UK immigration updates, which I'm about to share one right now, scholarships in the UK, jobs with visa sponsorship in the UK, live in the UK, and everything you can think about the UK. So if you're someone who is interested in such content, please do hit on that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so each time I upload a new video, you're going to be the first person to see that video. So guys, let's quickly dive right into today's video.
But then he came with a big announcement. It wasn't just all talk. He said that he was going to abolish NHS England. Now that is the body that, if you like, sets the direction and management of the NHS across England. He's abolishing it. It's gone. He's going to move it back into the Department of Health. But it will involve 13,000 job losses. So the point of all of this is when the Prime Minister talks about reform, many people will hear the word austerity.
There's no return to austerity. I said that to you before the election, and we're not going to austerity. I ran a public service, the prosecution service, during years of austerity, and I saw what was done in that particular case to our criminal justice system, but it's been done to our public services. And part of the problem we've got with our
Just as you've heard from Keir Starmer in that video, this is a further explanation of what he means by that, because a lot are panicking. NHS is a big organization in the UK, and what is NHS England and what does abolishing it mean? So NHS England was established in 2013 with an intention for it to operate at arm's length from the government. It has since grown to become the world's largest quango, as earlier mentioned. So Keir Starmer has confirmed plans to abolish the arm's length body NHS England, and this is affecting just those in England. For those who are in Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland, there is also an update regarding that as well. Please like and share this video with your friends and loved ones. What is NHS England and how does it work? NHS England was established in 2013 by former Conservative Health Secretary Andrew Leslie to give the NHS greater independence and autonomy, with an intention for it to operate at arm's length from the government. It was set up as a quango, an organization that is funded by taxpayers but not controlled directly by central government, and is responsible for delivering high quality care, supporting staff and ensuring value for money. Its website states that it has a wide range of statutory functions, responsibilities and regulatory powers, which includes working with the government to agree funding and priorities for the NHS and overseeing the delivering of staff and effective NHS services. NHS England currently employs about 15,300 people, while the Department for Health and Social Care, the DHSC, the ministerial department responsible for developing and implementing policies and legislation on health and social care in England, employs 3,300 employees. A health secretary was strictly confirmed to Trevor Phillips on Sky's Politics that the scrap will mean more than 9,000 civil servants will lose their job. This is something that a lot of people are worried about. Once there is a change, there is always a positive and also a negative impact. But what we all pray for is that when the change happens, the negative impact should not outweigh the positive impact. The truth about this from the publication is that they are being honest to say about 9,000 employees with NHS are definitely going to lose their job. But from what they have also said as well, that this is also going to create more money for frontliners. It will be an anxious time for them. There is no way of sugarcoating it, he said. So they are not trying to sugarcoat anything, but we'll be treating people with care and respect and the fairness that they are owned through this process. When asked a similar question over job losses, the Prime Minister's official spokesperson said he was not going to get into figure at this stage because they are not really sure of the exact figure. As health is a devolved matter, the equivalent bodies for Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland cannot be abolished by the Prime Minister. So for those who are in Scotland, Northern Ireland, Wales. From what they have said, let me take that paragraph again. As health is a devolved matter, the equivalent bodies for Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland cannot be abolished by the Prime Minister. So if you're still looking at getting a job with NHS, you can start looking at Wales, Northern Ireland or Scotland, because from what they said that the Prime Minister cannot dissolve that. So why has this been scrapped? For those who are asking, the Prime Minister has said abolishing the body will bring management of the NHS back into democratic control. He said the move will free up money for doctors, nurses and frontline services and cut red tape to help speed up improvement in the health service amid frustration about the pace of change. We know what is going on now. Before you get an appointment with your GP, some could take up to a week. Mine took up to a week before I was able to see a GP. So from what they are saying, that this is going to help to speed up all of that. We don't really have to wait for so long. But like I said in the beginning of the video, that when there is a change, there is always a negative and positive impact. But I hope that this change is going to have more positive impact than the negative side, because if the negative outweighs the positive, then it's going to be a big problem. As you can see on my screen, Sake added, which is the Prime Minister, the NHS will refocus on cutting waiting times at your hospital. When asked how the decision will improve NHS service, Sake said, among the reasons we are abolishing it is because of the duplication. So there are two bodies, from what he said, that are doing the same thing. So they are trying to streamline it to make sure that it's just one, not NHS and the Department of Health, to save up to £100 billion. If you can believe it, we've got a communication team in the Health Department of Government. We've got a strategic team in NHS England, a strategic team in the Government Department. We are duplicating things that could be done once. From what the Prime Minister said, he said that stripping out duplication allows the government to free up that money to put it where it needs to be, which is the front line. Let's see what comes out from it. Mr. Streetley added, when money is so tight, we can't justify such a complex bureaucracy with two organizations doing the same jobs. That's why they are abolishing the NHS. From what they've said, that the Department of Health is also doing the same thing with the NHS. What is going to happen now that the NHS England has been abolished? Remember, Northern Ireland, Wales and Scotland are not included. For everyone still worried about it, please guys, like and share this video with your friends and loved ones. NHS England will be brought back into the DHSC. It is expected to take 2 years for the Quango to be brought fully into the DHSC, and we aim to generate £100 million in savings, Mr. Streetley said. So that's why they are doing this. They want to generate more money to be able to fund the Department of Health. So the implementation of artificial intelligence and digitalization will work to free up £45 billion of savings, the Prime Minister spokesperson said. A new leadership team has also been brought in to help oversee the transition. So this transition is not just going to be immediately, it's going to take 2 years. It doesn't mean that since it's been announced, they are just going to start dropping staff from next week. This is going to take 2 years. It's not just going to happen immediately. So you don't have to worry yourself so much. Just in case you're working with NHS, it's a time for you to start looking at elsewhere, or you never can tell if you're going to be affected. But just keep applying to other private sectors and see if you will get a job. To be honest, like in the past, we used to hear that the NHS pays a lot, but from experience, I've seen a lot of people who work in private health sectors that are even earn far better than those that work with NHS. So it comes after NHS England said 3 leading board members were stepping down at the end of the month. At the time, NHS Chief Executive Amanda Pritchard, who is also stepping down, they said the board members made their decision based on the upcoming changes to the size and function of the centre. Something about UK, once they are not happy about anything, they just remove themselves. It's not like some countries that they will stay there till they see whatever is going to happen. Sir James Markell, who will be taking over as transition chief executive of NHS England, said while he knows the announcement will unsettle staff, it will also bring welcome clarity as the NHS focuses on tackling the significant challenges ahead. Incoming NHS chair Penny Dash added she will be working to bring together HSE and DHSC to reduce duplication and streamline functions. They don't want two organizations to do same thing in order to save costs. Even if I work with NHS, at this point, I'll be panicking. The Prime Minister's announcement has been met with mixed reactions. Yeah, I have received some of those messages as well. But like I would always say, be calm. You never can tell what is going to come out of this. And if you are currently working with NHS or you've been looking for a way to join the NHS, this is the time to start looking at Northern Ireland, Scotland and Wales to see if you can find a place there. This stay ahead of the Northfield Trust, a charitable trust which aims to improve healthcare in the UK, said the announcement will be devastating for staff at all levels of NHS England. Remember, England, not all UK. She added, it makes sense to remove the duplication and bureaucracy that exists currently, but one, we must remain mindful of the human cost of this decision. As earlier mentioned, like once there is a change, there are things that comes with those changes. Think tank, the Health Foundation, added, it was a watershed moment in how the NHS is governed and managed, and there is logic in the decision to bring the NHS and government closer together. However, it added that scrappy NHS England will cause destruction and divert time and energy of senior leaders at a time when attention should be focused on improving care for patients. The think tank said reforming NHS bureaucracy is not the same as reforming patient care, and government must be careful that these changes don't get in the way, which was what I earlier said. Under the Conservative Liberal Democrat coalition government in 2012, the Health and Social Care Act was implemented. This worked to significantly reform the NHS by establishing clinical commissioning groups, abolishing primary care trusts and strategic health authorities, and creating Public Health England. The move has been criticized by the current government, who said it created burdensome layers of bureaucracy without any clear lines of accountability. Mr. Sritton claimed the disastrous recognition led to the longest waiting times, lowest patient satisfaction, and most expensive NHS in history. So these are things that will happen during this process. As earlier mentioned, and as you can see on the publication, that this transition is going to take 2 years. It's not just going to start immediately. So for those who are still looking for jobs with NHS, this is not to say don't apply to NHS anymore. You never can tell. Not everybody will be laid off. This is specifically for NHS in England. So you can also look at Northern Ireland, Wales and Scotland. Earlier mentioned that a lot of things will come with these changes, but just hope that the negative impact is not more than the positive impact. So let's see what is going to happen. For everyone asking, this is just what it means. This is what it means, that they are going to merge the Department of Health and NHS. They are going to put them together because they said the Department of Health and also NHS are doing the same thing. So in order to save more money for frontliners, doctors and nurses, they have to do this to save up money and also improve the health system in England. So guys, this brings us to the end of today's video, and I hope you've got more clarity now regarding the abolition of NHS England. So if you find this video helpful, please do like and also share with your friends and loved ones. And if you're yet to join our beautiful family, please do hit on that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so each time I upload a new video, you're going to be the very first person to see that video. Until I see you in my next video, guys, do take care and have a lovely day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye for now.